What is AI?
AI stands for artificial intelligence, and it is the field looking at cognition. What is the origin of thought? What is a constitute of a belief? And how do these things come together into some intelligent decision-making agency?
How does AI work?
AI is honestly a very big label over a broad field. Practically, within AI, under the AI umbrella, is machine learning. And within machine learning, there are a variety of different algorithms and models, depending on the data that you're working on, that you can tailor to learn a process and learn how to connect different variables to an output for causal prediction. And machine learning is such a broad field. There are so many different areas within machine learning as well. There's places where there's unsupervised learning, there's supervised learning, there's reinforcement learning, and it's just a very broad discipline for which there are algorithms that can be used for predicting various things.
What are the types of AI?
So there are a lot of different disciplines within the field of AI. So large language models have become extremely popular in recent years, especially with the advent of ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and other, Llama from Meta and other systems. But it's such a broader field than that. It's not just large language modeling. It is knowing how to find patterns in data and make predictions or insights in regards to that data. And so there's unsupervised learning, for which the main focus is just trying to find patterns and clusters and relationships within data. There's supervised learning, which looks at how can we connect some information that we have for predicting, some response of interest. And then we also have reinforcement learning that puts a lot of this into a more intelligible framework, looking at how can we, based off of our objective function and rewards and penalizations, come up with a more autonomous system that's capable of prediction.
How is AI used in daily life?
So it depends on the individual, but I would say ChatGPT is being used all the time, and there are people that are really using that technology to help with their workflows. I'm definitely a supporter of that, using ChatGPT cautiously. I think that there's still importance with education, still importance with individuals still learning the process of language, the process of cognition and thought. But that's probably one of the more common ones. But AI is everywhere. You drive a car, and especially the cars these days, they have advanced sensors and systems that operate in sync, even determine, are you in an accident, and deploy bags and deploy other emergency systems, give a call to somebody. Even in, when you want to call your bank and you go to an operator that's virtual and asking you questions, and oftentimes it's AI that's talking to you. And AI is anywhere and everywhere these days. And I think, I don't even realize how often I interact with AI.
What is machine learning?
Machine learning is the formalized discipline of utilizing statistical models for data insight and model prediction. I would put that under the umbrella of AI. So AI encompasses, machine learning, but it is a development of novel statistical models for determining insights between relationships between different instances, finding patterns within data, and then also making predictions.
How does machine learning relate to AI?
So machine learning is, I would see that as a subset of AI, and machine learning is really the heart of AI. It's looking at how can you use data to make decisions. And now that we have that capability with machine learning, how do we use that to build intelligence and use that to help us infer autonomous systems?
What is deep learning?
Deep learning, it's been around for a while. So neural networks have been around for quite a while. But deep learning came around in 2012 when AlexNet was released, and people were given enough computational abilities to add additional layers to neural networks to call it deep learning. Deep learning is a thing that fuels search engines. It fuels so many other aspects of our life, even ChatGPT. And it is one of the most recent advances in science in statistics and machine learning because we have received so much, because we've developed so much computational abilities. And so, it's been great.
What is a neural network?
So a neural network is a combination of individual nodes stacked into layers, and these individual nodes model a neuron. Basic idea is this node receives input into the system, and if it gets above a particular threshold, or whatever function you might have inside of that input, it could be a linear function, it could be some other type of activation function. It will output something in response. And so a neural network combines these individual nodes together and stacks layers on top of each other. And all of these nodes connect with each other and begin to learn patterns. But the individual unit is just a very simple linear function that is combined into this much larger and complex system.